Did everyone do the assigned reading? I keep going back and forth between feeling like just happy that we got anything and a little disappointed that it really felt like only maybe the first page of the book. There's only one problem with paperbacks, and that's it. Stand up for yourselves. Anyway, Suzanne Collins just released a little snippet from the new book, Sunrise on the Reaping. It really does feel like it is the very beginning of the first chapter. I'm not going to force you to listen to me read all of it. I will link it below, but I still wanted to just discuss because I'm so excited for this book. So like anytime we get any type of information, it just makes me so excited for the book all over again. So if you haven't read it, pause this. It takes like 2 minutes to read it. It genuinely is very, very short. Okay, so this book starts very similarly to our normal Hunger Games on the Day of the Reaping. And Haymitch, it's so interesting to hear from him as a teenager. Not that we even got anything from his perspective in the original books, but to find out that his birthday is the Day of the Reaping, and the fact that the reaping isn't like Thanksgiving, where it's like, the 4th Thursday or whatever, like it is the same day every single year, and so that means every single one of his birthdays has been also a reaping day. He kind of throws it off. He's like, oh, no one wants to eat cake after watching 2 kids get hauled off to the Capitol. And like, that's so true. Like, his birthday is always such a horrible day. His little 10-year-old brother wakes him up. It's in the first paragraph where we're finding out about the girlfriend. So Haymitch says that his 2 favorite things that he loves in the world are to waste time and his girlfriend, Lenore Dove. And he uses the word love. So I'm going to take his word at it that he is in love with this girl. He puts on these shorts that his mom has made out of a flour sack, which it sounds like his mom is very like scrappy. She's able to reuse things over and over again, and she is like very proactive, which there were, I feel like, a lot of parallels that I drew between Katniss and Haymitch, but in this case his mom seems to be very active where Katniss's mom felt very distant. But because these shorts are made from a flour sack, he has courtesy of the Capitol stamped right across the butt. We also find out that his dad had died in the mines, just like Katniss's father. I don't remember if Haymitch ever mentioned that in the books, but it is just another parallel between Haymitch and Katniss. And just like Katniss, he plans to go out into the woods that morning, which makes me wonder, when I was reading The Hunger Games, I guess for me, Katniss was like the special one, so I assumed she was the only one that really snuck out often. And this made me just wonder, like, how many District 12 kids go out into the woods on a regular basis. And as he's going, he's hearing kids waking up from their nightmares. It sounds like the kids start having nightmares a little bit out ahead of the reaping, and it's normal to hear all of these children screaming around the district, which obviously is something that we saw when it came to Prim. That's like the very first scene of the movie. The one major difference that I feel like we have between Katniss and Haymitch is just the general attitude. It's not that Haymitch is carefree, because he's definitely not. More like unbothered, maybe? He says there's nothing to be done about the reaping. So he kind of takes the position of, I can't change anything that's going to happen, so like why worry about it? And like, to me reading it, I'm like, I don't know if that's like the healthiest way to consider it, but I mean also at the same time, like what is excessive worry going to do for him, especially since his younger brother is not like of age to be in the reaping. He does mention about the Quarter Quell. He says it's going to be like having 2 Hunger Games in one. Overall though, I feel like this intro, it was really short. I wish we'd gotten a whole chapter. I know that's asking for a lot, but this didn't feel like enough content. I think maybe it does at least show us that Haymitch understands Katniss at a level that I personally didn't realize before. Obviously, they both grew up in District 12. They both have been through the Hunger Games. Like, there's a lot that they can relate on. He is their mentor, but to Katniss, I feel like he almost fills that father role. Maybe kind of like more like an uncle. They get each other in a way that the other characters don't. And seeing just how many parallels there are between their lives kind of makes me consider, when he's a mentor, like what it is like watching kids specifically like Katniss go into the games. It probably is like watching himself go in again and again, which seems pretty traumatic. Maybe this scene feels incomplete to me because I want to see how Haymitch reacts to being picked. Like, I guess his outward reaction. I feel like it would make sense for anybody to be in shock and upset. I feel like he is going to come out more angry than anything. I feel like that's all there really was for this scene. I just wanted to yap about it for a bit, but there was one other thing that I feel like maybe I'm just late to the game on this. The cutest scene ever that got cut from the Hunger Games. I found it today, and I feel like I just want to like share it just in case you haven't seen it, because it was so let's go into my computer. Okay, so this is a deleted scene. Why they cut it, I'll never know. I just saw this for the first time today. I just think it's adorable.
It's warmer now, huh?
Much.
I used to sleep with my sister like this.
What's her name?
Primrose.
Is she the one who...
Yeah.
So, do you like that boy?
I love it because this is like, sorry, I'm gonna have to pause it. I don't know how copyright works with deleted scenes, but I just feel like this is the cutest, like, 12-year-old moment for her to, like, absolutely not let it go. That she doesn't know whether or not Katniss and Peeta are a couple.
You talk about anything else?
Well, if you don't like him, how come you asked about him?
I asked because I think he might have saved me.
Okay, before we continue though, because when I first watched this scene and Rue was like not able to let it go and Katniss asks why, I fully thought that Rue was gonna have a crush on Peeta. I'm sorry, would that not be like the cutest little storyline? I know like this story ends tragically, but...
But I don't know if I was just imagining it because of the jackers.
No, they never make you see good things. Nobody saves you in those dreams.
Which means Rue had some, which is really sad.
I guess he really did.
There's a boy I like too back home.
Really? What's his name?
I can't say out here.
Stop. That's so cute.
That's a nice name.
Maybe they cut it because this shows us like how young Rue is. Because our main characters are so often 16, 18, it's really easy to forget that the youngest age is 12 and how young that actually would be in comparison. There's like so much development between 12 and 16 that it's easy to forget how little baby kid she is.
We better get some sleep. We got a big day tomorrow. We're gonna hit their supplies, right?
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
So cute. I guess they cut it because they knew that that might absolutely gut us as an audience watching a scene like that right before the next day when they do the whole explosion thing. But I wanted to share that because I thought it was so cute and I'd never seen it before. And apparently, like, I can see down here, like, 650,000 people saw this, so I feel like I'm the last to know. But just in case. Other news that we have not discussed, The Maze Runner is free right now on YouTube Movies, so everyone enjoy that. I love a good Dylan O'Brien movie. Please like this video if you liked it. Click subscribe if you want to talk about more book stuff. I am planning to reread The Hunger Games and maybe Ballad before the new book comes out. Fully prepared to draw any type of parallel. So keep an eye out for that. I did a review of Ballad, the book and the movie, like a while ago, obviously when they both came out. And then baby Katelyn has a Mockingjay review on here somewhere. I'll try to link it below in case you're interested. Though I do warn you about the video quality because it was a long time ago. Anywho, if you want to reread the trilogy with me, let me know. My name's Katelyn. Thanks for watching. Bye.